LoreWarrior Armour, the Shamash reconnaissance vehicle. Overview. Weakened militarily by years of feuding with Clan Baroque and deprived of all significant planetary resources in the latter part of the 29th century, Clan Bloodspirit found itself in desperate need of raw materials. The loss of the clan's holdings on Foster, a relatively recent acquisition through colonization as a result of renewed raiding by the Baroques, exacerbated this situation. Clan Bloodspirit concluded that it needed a faster, cheaper vehicle that it could use in the reconnaissance role of the Ashur, one of the original vehicles that was commissioned by Ilkhan Jerome Winson. Aware that Clan Hell's Horses had recently constructed and fielded a new vehicle design, Con Bux had decided that the Bloodspirit scientist caste could also begin work on a new, faster, cheaper vehicle that the spirits could deploy quickly to repel other clan incursion into their territory. The Shamash reconnaissance vehicle is the product of that decision. Capabilities. The key to the success of the Shamash is its unrivaled speed. Able to travel at more than 200 km per hour, the Shamash can outmaneuver almost any battlefield unit deployed by either the clans or the Inner Sphere. In open terrain, it can even keep pace with most VTOL and VSTOL aircraft, most of which are specifically designed for speed. Another factor in the phenomenal success of the vehicle was the unique combination of armor and firepower for a vehicle of its size. Mounting 4 Series 1 extended range small lasers, the Shamash is able to deliver a withering fusillade of fire almost equal to the attack capabilities of the Ashur, a vehicle almost twice the size of the Shamash. These weapons mounted in the turret give the Shamash a full 360-degree arc of fire for maximum flexibility. The final factor that contributed significantly to the Shamash's success was not immediately apparent. The decision for the vehicle to be operated by a single crew member was made to lower the overall cost of the vehicle and allow rapid deployment. This decision has had an unexpected long-term effect on its drivers, however, who, in repeated testing, demonstrated a sharp rise in their overall performance in standard field exercises, as well as an actual combat and trial of position after months of evaluation. The clan were finally forced to accept what was, for them, a deeply disturbing conclusion. Because Shamash drivers face the enemy alone, rather than with a team of crewmen, they quickly adopt the independent, highly motivated and loyal mindset of a mech warrior. Like most clans, Bloodspirit accepts vehicles as necessary to their survivability, but maintain a prejudice against their crews as lesser warriors than mech pilots. The dramatic performances of Shamash drivers, however, may force at least Clan Bloodspirit to re-evaluate this attitude. Deployment. From the first time it rolled off the assembly line at the York Vehicle Y2 facility, Clan Bloodspirit jealously guarded the Shamash against all trials of possession. Unfortunately, the disastrous absorption war waged by Clan Bloodspirit against Clan Staradder and Baroque left many of these vehicles in the hands of Staradder. So the Yag Shamash, it has a mass of 11 ton, its movement type is hover, its power plant is a Fusion 60 with a cruise of 140 and a flank speed of 216 kph. Its armor is compound JX2 ferrofibrous. Its armament is 4 Series 1 extended range small lasers manufactured on the York Vehicle Y2 facility. Its communication system is the Consolidated Type 2M, and its targeting and tracking is the Consolidated Type 5 TTS. Overall then, this is a vehicle that moves 13 on cruise and 20 on flank with a single set of 10 heatsinks needed. It has 9 armor on the front, 7 on the sides, 7 on the rear, and 8 on the turret. All of the small lasers are located on the forward turret that you can see in the artwork there. Get used to this art design because that's pretty much what all of the clan vehicles look like in TRF 3060. Very different art sort of outlook there. Obviously done on purpose by Matlog to at least give them an immediate separation, let's say, from the Inner Sphere artwork, so you can at a glance see which is a clan vehicle and which is an Inner Sphere one. Not bad overall. It looks like some kind of, it's almost like a weird retro hover car design thing. It's very unusual. Not too badly equipped. ER smalls aren't anything to sniff at, especially clan versions, obviously doing a little bit more damage, having a little bit more range and all that good stuff. I'm not quite sure where this thing would ever really be used inside the Inner Sphere, because obviously clans like Staradder and Bloodspirit never really made it to the great lands of the Inner Sphere, so this would be a vehicle that I suppose is only really going to turn up in clan v clan settings. Possibly, I suppose, in a really convoluted manner, you could say 1 or 2 of these things turn up with one of the invader clans a bit further down the line or something like that. Possibly Hell's Horses may have a few, maybe, possibly, through maybe through trade or whatever, but yeah, this is very clearly a Blood Spirit vehicle, so not a bad thing. Blood Spirit are probably one of the lesser liked of the clans, despite the fact that they're probably the ones that actually had the whole spirit of the Star League type thing still embedded within them. It was just all of that was completely thrown out the window when old Nicky Kerensky got involved. So yeah, not a bad little vehicle though. Definitely a tough bastard to hit. I mean, even on its cruise of 13, that's quite a significant bonus, and if it just goes flat out, I think it would be incredibly difficult to hit. Though when it does get hit, it's definitely going to feel it, especially for a hover vehicle. A single motive design on hover vehicles for hits are almost lethal for hover vehicles, because those skirts can just so easily be destroyed. But then again, this isn't a frontline combatant. It is a hover vehicle that's, as it says, it's recon. It gets in, it finds the target, it gets the fuck out. Its lasers are there to defend probably against infantry and other light vehicles that try to give chase. And yeah, other than that, it probably does a good job of it. Despite the fact that the turret is mounted forward within the rules, you could say that this thing can actually still fire in any direction that it needs to, as it says, a full 360-degree arc. But given the art, I don't really think that thing would want to fire facing backwards, as I think the pilot would be doing himself a bit of a disservice there with that shot. But yeah, that's just me. Anyway, that's the Shamash recon vehicle, and I believe the first clan tank that I've ever done on LoreWarrior, so there we go, a little bit of a new one there. So, thanks for listening, as always, and we'll catch you for the next one. Bye-bye.